I just want to start off saying that gouache is hard. I kind of drew this line out because you want to figure out what is the level of water that you want to use when you are using gouache. There's different ways of creating, like you can go really thick with it, but not too thick. You can go really watery with it, but not too watery. And you can see how opaque it is by me experimenting with this line. So this is just like a regular line of like pencil. And you can see how in certain areas you can see through, and some of them you can't. And that's just based off of how much water I have. Now, if I were to build certain things, it changes the consistency of the gouache, right? If I'm building upon it. So if you have thick gouache and then you start more and more and more on, it can eventually crack. Have it super thick, it's gonna definitely crack. So that's something to think about. Another thing is how you're going to blend it. So there's two techniques, and I don't know if I can show you. And I'm just testing this, and I feel like you guys should also try and test out your gouache too in this manner, just on a separate piece of paper. Attempt this, blending two wet paints with a clean dry brush. That'll give you one effect of blending. And then taking two, and I think that this dried too quickly. It dries really fast. And that's one of the good things about this medium, and that's also one of the bad things about it. What will happen is if you have those two wet and you have like something that's dry, it should blend pretty nicely. And I feel like that's kind of happening here. Alternatively, you can take a wet brush and do the same thing. So I took, that was a round brush, and then with a dry application in the middle. And then I'll do the same thing, but with a wet application in the middle to blend it. And that's no color in the middle, not me mixing another color. It's just using the water to kind of move around. So it's important to test these out, see how fast your paint dries. So it's important to test these out and see how fast your paint dries and how you can blend these two materials if you need blending. Thanks so much.